you kept mentioning best friend. Who is your best friend?
My best friend, her name is Kaylee, but she goes by more K on social media. She is my right hand. Like, this is my girl. Like, we've actually have had a falling out for, like, where we stopped being friends for a year, like, right after high school, but we, like, clicked and been inseparable since. But that's my best friend.
So how'd you guys initially meet?
So it was freshman year in high school. She was in my 7th period science class, and a lot of the kids in that school area knew each other because we all came from one middle school and went to the same high school. Now she, however, came from a different middle school to this high school, the way they split it. So, like, we were all bonding and everything because we knew each other, and she was just, like, in the class, like, but she had this resting bitch face, yo, like, she had this resting bitch face that made her look so unapproachable. And I was just like, I'm too goofy and happy. Like, I feel like she's going to be like, get the fuck out of my face. So I didn't really want to approach her. But then one day, with the science work or something, he paired me to, like, help her out with a project or an assignment or something. And ever since then, I'm like, oh, she's not that bad. And then we ended up doing a step team together. Well, she ended up going, and we met there, too. And we did cheerleading together, track, and then all that, so.
What high school was this?
East River High School in Orlando. Yeah, that was that.
So you guys were best friends in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And why'd you guys fall out?
I feel like because I just feel like it was one of those things where we both had to figure out ourselves, because I feel like when we were together a lot of people put pressure on each other. Like, basically, like, just say you have two sisters, right? And say that one sister is more bubbly and the other one's more reserved. It might just put pressure on the one that's more reserved. Like, why are you, And I felt like even on my behalf too, I just feel like I needed to just, after high school, it was a lot of fake things going on outside of my best friend. But I just felt like it was one of those things where the teachers were like, not everybody's going to be a friend in high school, and people need to figure themselves out. And I feel like she just had to figure herself out. I had to figure myself out. And, yeah. It was nothing personal, though. She never did anything, like, completely malicious to me, vice versa. It was just, we were young, childish.
So when you guys fall out, it's just you guys are not speaking to each other?
No, we weren't speaking at all. And it was like, people made it worse. Like, it was crazy because in high school, people loved to see us together. They would be like, oh my God, y'all are my favorite black girls. But really, they hated our friendship, right? But so, like, when we fell out, people that used to be really cool with me or up my ass would go to her and be like, yeah, Abby said this. Even if I didn't say it, just to make it worse, because people love to see drama, right? So people would just egg on it, Abby said this or Kay said this, and it would make me angry and say things, and it would make her angry and say things. But then we came to the senses of, what's the real issue here? Like, there's no issue.
So who fell out with who initially? It was mutual, or one fell out with the other?
I felt like she started hanging with some other people, and then... No, I'm taking my side. I just know she started, because she's older than me. So, like, at the time, she was 18, and I was still, like, 17, or about to be 17. And she would go out to the clubs and stuff. Cool. So when we would hang out, it would just be like, come over, sleep over, hang out, we go do something, or stay home. So she started getting grown, going out and stuff. And I started to feel like, well, I always got to hit you up to hang out now. Like, you're not as accessible as you used to be. And then it just came down to me being salty, her being salty, us throwing stuff in each other's faces, and it was just like, but I felt like I'm the one who really, like, voiced it, like, hey, something ain't right, like, what's going on? But it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't nothing crazy. But
so a year goes by,
mm-hmm.
And then how do you two reconnect?
So there was a hurricane about to happen in Orlando, and I was just going through, like, a weird space because I was still in school trying to figure out if I was in school for nursing, loved the medical field, and I was in a weird space trying to figure out what I want to do. And at the time, I was dating this guy, and I had no friends. And I cut all my friends off because I just was invested in my relationship. And it was a long-distance relationship. I didn't want him to think, oh, you out with your friends doing this and that. I just was in school, doing YouTube, would come home from work, edit, talk to my boyfriend, and repeat the cycle for literally a year. So it didn't really feel like I was alone that much, because I had somebody, but then again, we were long distance, so at times it felt weird. So I made a video for my YouTube channel just talking to my followers about how I've been feeling lately. Like, I think the title was How I've Been Feeling Lately. And in the video, I was just talking about how I'm in a weird space. I feel alone sometimes. And she happened to see that video, and then it was around the hurricane time, so she reached out to me like, hey, are you good? And I was just like, yeah, you know, just I'm going through some things. And then just from then on, we just kept going. She slid in my DMs on Twitter.
So, okay, so she really...
she reached out.
Ah, okay. And even though you had said some back and forth prior to that and fallen out, you accept?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, our bond was like, when we were friends, it was genuine. Like, I never felt like I couldn't trust her. I never felt like, ooh, I need to watch out for her. Because there was people like that was around me. But with her, it was always genuine. Like, my family loved her. It was like she was a sister. So it was just like, when she wrote back to me, I was like, hey, we need to chill again. And I was just, you know, praying. I was just like, God, if we're meant to be friends, make it so that we connect like we never fell out. If I don't want no bad, awkward energy. If it's awkward, then maybe we could be cordial, but not as close as we were before. And I said, if we click like we used to, then we good. And then when I picked her up, we literally, the first thing she did was say an insider that we had in high school, and it was just so funny, and it just was perfect. And we just went back to doing us. That's it.
So it wasn't forced or awkward?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't awkward at all.
So is the relationship actually stronger now than it was back in high school?
Yeah, for sure. Because we've been through some real shit together. It's crazy. It's always me and her in the end. And it's crazy because when the whole falling out with my roommate happened, she came to visit me for 2 weeks. And then it ended up being roommate situation, and now she's my new roommate. So it worked out. I have my best friend living with me now, so it's cool.
And, all right, what do you say to this, okay? When it comes to people watching this interview, and you are here on, the best friend is here on to the side of us. Did you want to say something in the interview as she was speaking? Because I know she was saying stuff from her side.
Yeah.
No, I mean, just about the falling out thing, I basically was speaking out of anger. Like, when we fell out, like, she was trying to figure out, like, what's going on, and I was like, no, like, da-da-da. Like, I was just going off built off anger, like, not to be sentimental, but my brother had passed away, so I was going through my own thing. And so I just felt like I wanted her to just, you know, come, like, you know. But I understand where she was coming from with her saying that she's always hitting me up to hang out, and I'm not like that. Like, we'll communicate, but I'm not the type of person.
She's not the one that goes up. Like, I'm the one that does the...
Yeah.
I'm more of the loud... Like, we're balanced. Like, she's more calm, reserved, but when we're together behind closed doors, we're the same. But usually when we're in public or just... Usually I'm the initiator, and then she's just, you know...
And so, more so, I just kind of, like, snapped at her, and then that's when it was like...
And I was like, what
wow.
the fuck? You're snapping at me? And it just was like... And it was just like... It was dumb, though.
You're a YouTuber as well?
Yeah.
Who had a YouTube first?
She did.
And she did my videos with me, too.
Yeah.
People
used to make fun of me. DJ Smallz. They used to be like, oh my God, what is she doing? She stood by me and made these videos.
We were going to cheer practice. She was like, I think I'm going to start YouTube. And I was like, okay, do it. And then she blew up from there. And then that's when she was like, you need to start.
Yeah, I was like, you need to do it. Because the thing is, she's a darker chocolate girl. And I love it. Because when we go places, it's like, it's versatility. And they're followers of mine. My brand is color hair. People know me for my color hair. Like, I've had one of the first color hair tutorials on YouTube. It was a yellow hair video. You go look it up if you want to. And when I started doing these color hairs before they were so big like they are now, when she became back friends with me, I have all these wigs. I'm like, you need to try this. And she's like, I'm too dark. I'm like, no. You know how many beautiful dark girls there are out there that want to know if or have that confidence to wear colors? So lo and behold, she put on that orange wig. I had on my purple wig, and she was feeling it. And so then people like to see her, and they're like, oh my God, Kate, you look so cute in color. And so it's just like, now it's just a us thing too, so.
Was there ever a thought to have a joint YouTube together?
We did. The reason why we stopped it is because I moved. So, but the thing is, I don't really like the idea of it now because I want her to grow individually first. And then we could probably, but the goal now is for her to build herself, her brand, her fan base. Of course, with my help, because I'm going to help my friends out no matter what, or the people around me that I fuck with. So, but I would feel like instead of trying to do the joint channel, I feel like she should try to do her own first, and then as her numbers do what they need to do, then we could join together. So that way both our fan bases could now collide, and then we could do it that way.
Now, what do you say to this? Let's say somebody's watching this, and I'm sure you're not the only set of best friends that's gone through stuff or fell out and got back together. Let's say somebody's watching this, maybe it's two best friends watching this themselves, okay? And on this segment of the interview, is there anything you would say to somebody that's best friends with another that might be going through something?
Okay, best friends, because I have a guy best friend. We don't talk every day, but we're like this. When the main thing, and this goes with just any relationship as well, just voice how you feel. Like, we're girls. So imagine we're girls. We have hormones. We have attitudes. We get moody. So it's like, get to know your friend. Know what irks her. Know what doesn't irk her, vice versa. And when things bother you, don't let them build up. Speak on them. Like, me and her will have, like, a catty argument, and then 5 minutes later be fine. Like, it's nothing personal. So, like, don't take anything too personal. Just hear your friend out. You know what I'm saying? And just keep you got to hear out and communicate. Communication is key. You got to be on the same page all the time. And it's okay to have little talks. Like, me and her, we'll have little meetings. Like, hey, how you doing? How you feeling mentally? Like, do you feel like you need to pray? Do you feel like you need to do this or that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Go do that extra mile for your friend, because that's what you're supposed to do.
Now, how does a relationship work with a male best friend?
Now, like I said, me and my male best friend, because he's in the military or the Navy, I don't know the difference. Oh, my God, he's going to kill me. Okay, the Marines, we don't talk as much, and because I live in L.A., kind of distance thing. But I honestly, fun fact, we in high school didn't really get along with females that much. We were always around guys. We wasn't doing the nasty, doing nothing crazy. We just got along with guys more. And the guys like to be around us, because for some reason, guys, I don't know how to explain it, but they understand us more in a way. So me and Kay could be cool with guys more than girls. That's why me and Breezy and, a couple other guys, that I know, we're cool. It don't have to be, you know what I'm saying? We're just cool. We chilling. And there's just a certain line with my guy best friend that we just know not to cross, and that's just that. So when I'm in a relationship, I let my boyfriend know, hey, I got a guy best friend. It's nothing serious. Shit, you live in Orlando, you good. But it's just about respecting when it comes to a relationship. But other than that, I like having guy friends because they help me out with boy problems too. Hey, tell me why do y'all niggas do this? I don't know.
And this male best friend you have, he's straight.
Yes. But I actually have gay friends that are I like them too. I actually love them because they give me the guy perspective too. They give me the girl perspective and the guy perspective. So, but my best friend, Ty, he's straight.
He's straight. Mm-hmm. Now, when you guys first meet, how does that happen?
What do you mean?
You and Ty. Do you remember how you guys met?
Oh, we met in 6th grade. We've been friends since 6th grade. Before, I was best friends with Kay. So, me and Ty go way back. It was funny because I used to have a little crush on him. But then I realized, no. Oh, my God. I jokingly, I got dared to ask him out in 6th grade. And now he throws that in my face, oh, you asked me out. No, it was a dare. Relax. And we just knew that we're better as friends. He be honest.
So that's never, ever, in the relationship, ever come back up?
No.
No one crushing on each other? Strictly friend zone stuff?
I mean, it was talked about, but it was so weird. No. It was just no, we're friends. Stop.
Because you hear of stuff like this happening. Mm-hmm. Some of the best relationships that people have, romantically and sexually, happen as friends first.
No, that's true.
So I didn't know if, the 6th grade thing, one was crushing on another, but as you grow up and get older...
No, because if you want me to be real with you, black girls ain't his type, period. And that's just where we're going to end it. It's just not. And again, his personality, now he's okay because we're older, but he got that childish personality. I don't got time for that. I need a nigga to put me in check. Keep me in line. You know what I'm saying? He too goofy for that.
Okay, nobody has crushing situations with each other on the male-female best friend relationship, but what happens when he dates somebody or gets in a romantic relationship with somebody and maybe you don't like them, or vice versa? Maybe you're with a guy and he's not feeling him for you.
Here's my thing. I only have one friend. Okay, so we're getting technical. I used to have another male best friend, right? We used to be really, really cool, but we just grew apart. We just don't talk at all no more. He's doing his thing, I'm doing mine. But if we were to talk, it's all good vibes. But I remember in high school, we used to have that friendship that was more, it might have came off more flirtatious than me and my other friend. And I remember he was in a relationship, and when he hugged me, he would hug me like this. It would be not like, and his girl started to not like it. And so she was like, who you going to pick, me or your best friend? I didn't tell him to pick because I'm not going to do that. But he ended up picking me over her. So it's just like, I'm not about to, like, that's your business. If you want to stay with that girl, like, I'm not about to press my best friend. He going to learn himself. You know what I'm saying? But there was a situation where that did happen, and he ended up being like, well, bye.
I see. Now, what about you and Kay?
Mm-hmm.
Has a guy ever gotten in the way of that relationship there?
Mm-mm. We don't play that. We don't. And that's...
They tried. Somebody's tried.
Oh, yeah. They tried, but it's like, we better than that. Like, okay, I'm telling you, that roommate situation was really ridiculous. It was really dirty. It was horrible. And that's how I knew a girl wasn't my friend. Because this girl right here wouldn't do not even close to half of the things or the events that happened. So, like, not even with guys, we just know better. You know what I'm saying? Like, in that situation, the roommate tried to be like, oh, you talk shit about your best friend. Girl, stop lying. You know I did not talk to you about my best friend. Like, people know. The guys try to, it don't work. Nice try. Try a different set of best friends.
So that hasn't gotten in the way.
Mm-mm.
And people that you've dated, this male best friend hasn't gotten in the way of those relationships.
He tried to be, no, he just.
Like somebody dating you, feeling some type of way, you have a male best friend.
It was a conversation, but it never really became an issue because, again, he was in the Marines and he wasn't around as often as we were, like, in high school. In high school, we seen each other every single day. He lived down the street, but now that we are in different parts of our lives, we don't see each other as much ever, really, anymore. So it's not really an issue now. For now, one best friend.